Today I'm going to do a Western Union splice on two small wires. You can do this on larger wires as well. It's a very strong splice and it keeps the wires from separating. I'm going to shave off the ends here, and that way there's plenty of room for the wires to wrap around each other. There we go. And you can look at the specifications on how those need to be. They're supposed to look like a pencil point, not chopped off. Put them in my third hand, my helping hand. And I'm gonna pre-tin these so that after I wrap the wires together and I go to solder them, the solder will flow in between the coils a little better. And when I'm soldering here, the iron's on the underside and the solder's on the top side. And then I'm just letting it flow. And there's a little bit of a gap so that the solder flows through the entire wire. And I get it about at the halfway point. So the right hand side is wrapping towards me and around, and then the left hand side goes away from me and around. And they form a straight 90-degree, basically. Wrap it all the way around. Make sure that the coils are close together. You don't want any spaces in between the two coils, or three coils. You're supposed to wrap it around at least 3 times. Here I'm making sure that I can get the heat shrink around it. So I don't want to snag it. Then I solder it so that it's one solid piece. I'm using the soldering iron from the underside and then applying the solder to the top of it. Here I'm putting a piece of heat shrink on. This is my first time doing it. I found that if you actually use 2 smaller pieces of heat shrink, it sets better. So you have 2 smaller pieces where the third hand alligator clips are, and then you have that large piece that's covering the actual splice itself, and it makes it look nicer, and it's probably more viable. Thank you.